Previously on the Cat Lady.
This all must be just a weird dream. I don't believe you.
That's why I have prepared a special gift for you. Immortality. You cannot die, Susan. Parasites are the evil scum of the earth, and they all deserve to die. They'll want to hurt you, Susan. They'll want to kill you. As harmless as they might appear.
Oh my god! What the hell? I got my arm! What the heck? It's just running around like crazy. I can't even turn the machine on. What the heck? Oh my god, the door shut.
Well, welcome back everybody. Good to see you rejoining us. That last chapter was super intensive. So welcome to chapter 2, where hopefully Susan might have 2 arms, she might have 1, and we find out what's happening now Susan's back in the land of the living. Second first breath.
Yes, I do enjoy fine art. Thank you for noticing.
Dude, you're sinister as fuck.
There's a certain raw beauty to it that modern painters often fail to recreate. I always wanted to be an artist myself, but it'll be a long time before I can call myself that. I often say that patience are my canvas.
Because that's not
But
creepy
my
at
job is
all.
more about restoration, obviously. I look at the damaged human minds and bring them back to their former beauty. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you.
No, it's not that. It's just... It's been a difficult couple of days. I'd really like to go home.
Of course, and go home you will. As soon as we've done this little assessment, okay? You'll probably know how it works. I've read in your file you used to be a nurse.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
I know very well how it works. You want to check if I'm nuts.
Well, I wouldn't use that expression, obviously. But yes, we have to make sure you're safe and figure out how to help you. Also, as a nurse yourself, you know there's always paperwork involved. These forms won't fill themselves.
What forms? Your desk is
Honestly,
empty.
Susan, you have nothing to worry about.
You're the worst psychiatrist
This is
ever.
just a formality. I could tell straight away that you are not nuts.
Fine. What would you like to know? I will answer all your questions. Then I'll go home, take a long shower, and catch up on sleep.
Wonderful. Let's see then. Where do we begin?
Plenty of time to sleep when you're dead, Susan. Oh wait, you already did that. Ooh, I'm in hospital.
She's awake, Doctor.
Good evening. It's good to see you awake at last. You're in the Cedar Lake Hospital. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the doctors. Would you confirm your name for me, please?
Alright, let's give this a go. First question, it's always the toughest. I'm going to go with my full name. I'm a formal kind of lady, Susan Ashworth.
Susan Ashworth.
Hello, Mrs. Ashworth. I'm glad to see you're all right. You're on the ward now. Your condition is stable. I can see your brain functions just fine and there's no permanent damage of any sort. We've checked your internal organs and they're fine too. You're a very lucky lady, Susan. You might experience extreme tiredness and lethargy for a couple of days, but that should soon pass. I would advise plenty of rest now.
Well,
The
I was
nurses on this
asleep
ward
till
will
you
take
woke
it
me
from
up.
here. Please let them know if you need anything. Take care, Mrs. Ashworth. Please, don't try to speak.
Go on, naff off.
What did you say?
Oop. Shit, you heard me.
Don't worry, Mrs. Ashworth. Your arm is fine. No. There was nothing wrong with your arm, darling. Now calm down.
Would you like me to get you some water? Let me get you a drink. I'll be back in a second.
quick, Susan! Now's our chance to escape. Get that mask off. Okay.
I'm sorry, Susan. Did I wake you? I have to take your blood pressure. 2 seconds and I'm gone. My name is Liz, by the way. I'm sorry. I know this isn't very nice. Believe me, I hate waking people up just for this. But being a
Don't do
nuisance
it
is
then.
part of my stupid job, unfortunately. Oof, I hate this place. Tell you what, Susan. Can I call you Susan? So anyway, I shouldn't say it, but you know I'm going to anyway. You are so lucky. It's crazy. You doing what you've done, and her walking in, seeing what she saw. That was a chance. 1 in a million.
Oh, this is really
I'm not
neat.
making
My
any
blood
sense
pressure's
again, am
actually
I?
changing while she's
I'm
talking.
tired.
Oh, it's gone down to
They're
11.
working us to death here, you know.
I think I'm dead.
Modern day
Again.
slavery. One day I'll tell them what I really think. I swear I will. Ah, and here it is. You've got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old.
Nice.
Just wanted to say you're lucky, I think. And that I hope
like that.
you've changed your mind about some things. Got to go, but I'll see you later. You take care, sweetheart, yeah?
Ugh, why do all medical people say that? Sweetheart, and you'll be okay, darling. Cut the niceties. I'm an angry lady with lots of cats. In fact, who's fed the cats? This is more of a worry. Teacup's all by himself. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Oh god. My eyeball fell out. What the hell? Oh, I think it might have been another dream. I hope that's not a premonition of something that's going to happen to
Bad
me.
dream.
We'll have to see. I think... yeah, that's a pretty bad dream.
Yeah, a really bad one.
I knew it. I could see as soon as I came in the room that you were having a nightmare. I guess I shouldn't have woken you up. What was it about?
This would probably be nice. She's at least making the effort to talk to me, which... say I was burnt.
I was burnt alive.
Actually, it reminds me of something that happened the other day. There was this woman on the emergency unit, and she really wanted to smoke, you know? But they wouldn't let her, of course. She wasn't well at all, not just injured, but not right in the head. She was on 10 litres of oxygen through the face mask. She had to stay in bed, she was told. But she wouldn't listen, of course, and as soon as they'd left, she lit up a fag. The whole room went up in flames, and so did she. I guess you didn't really want to know that, did you? That's
Not
just
really.
me and my big gob. Typical. I never know when to shut up.
Bloody Liz, ensconcing herself on my bed. Well, I remember your name, so... I don't know, maybe I should ask a bit more about her. She might tell me how to get out of here. Let's try and be nice. She might help us.
What was your name again?
I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? I always do that. So sorry, Susan. My name is Elizabeth. But you can call me Liz, like everyone else.
You're here a lot. Every time I open my eyes, I see you.
They make auxiliaries do crazy hours here. Seriously, I feel like I've got no life sometimes. I'll be here till the morning. To be honest, I keep coming here to hide.
Help me
Please don't give me
escape.
away. I just want to rest my legs for 2 minutes, that's all.
What happened to me?
Well, how much do you remember?
I took some pills, and I fell asleep in the chair. I remember how the room kept spinning around me slowly. I felt so calm, and then...
Should I tell her about the Queen of Maggots? I don't know, she could be one of the parasites, but she seems quite nice, to be honest. I might tell her about my dreams, you never know.
all of a sudden, I was on the field of barley. It was great at first. I felt happy. I was free. But it soon got worse. There was this tunnel, but there was no light at the end of it, only darkness.
And a machine to chop my arm off.
Then I got lost in the woods. There was my dead body hanged on the tree, a burning car, and a crow, and a deer. I heard something behind the trees, but I didn't dare to look. Then I found the house. The old woman who lived there, I think she was Death. Or maybe she was the devil. I'm not sure. She said they call her the Queen of Maggots. She said I should go back, gave me another chance. And so, here I am. Weird dream, eh?
Maybe it wasn't a dream. I really believe in that sort of stuff. It's not impossible.
It felt real, but it was just a dream. Can you now tell me who found me and what happened?
Well, your body went into a coma. You were lucky she came home and found you. I told you that before.
What? Who found me?
Your daughter, of course. She called an ambulance. If it wasn't for her, you would sure be dead now, Susan.
My daughter?
Yes. Why? Why'd you look so pale all of a sudden, Susan?
I don't have a daughter.
I knew it.
Whoever she is, she lied.
But why would she do that?
How should I know? I was in a coma, apparently.
So she lied. It doesn't change the fact that you owe her your life.
I was fine. I didn't ask for any help. Sorry.
How long have I been here? When will they let me go home? Yeah, I want to get out of here. I hate hospitals.
When will they let me go home?
I'm not sure. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. Look, I shouldn't say that, but you seem like a nice person. I feel like I should warn you. There's this doctor here. They call him Dr. X. He's a chief of psychiatry in this hospital. You won't be able to go home until he's talked to you, and he's really good at getting into your head. You know what I'm saying? He will ask you a lot of tricky questions. But he's a really great guy. You should trust him.
Yeah, that sounds realistic. Oh yeah, he's gonna ask loads of tricky questions. But don't worry, he's a nice guy. I bet he's that guy that we met earlier, the one that I think's really sinister. Wall full of certificates, nothing on his desk. Probably just some old pervert that likes listening to women talk. Let's find out a bit more about the famous Liz.
Tell me something more about yourself.
Me? I'm a nobody. I'm just a hard-working girl. We all have to pay our bills somehow, right? I rent a room not far from here. There are 2 other girls living in the house. One is an auxiliary nurse, like me. She's always sick. The other one is a stripper. At least I think so. She's never home at night.
Maybe she works at night, like you.
Yeah, but I don't leave for work wearing red stockings and heels, do I?
No, you're right. You're a real nurse, not some man's fantasy of one.
I used to do all that for my boyfriend. You know, dress up as a sexy nurse and all. Well, I did it just once, really. He didn't like it that much. He didn't like me that much either. Broke up with me last Valentine's Day. Of all the days, he chose that one, eh?
Oh,
He never told me why, but I don't care anymore.
Tell me a bit more about Dr. X, I think.
Tell me more about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zellman, but everyone just calls him Dr. X. He comes on the ward often, usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally really like him, but you hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is he's been very friendly and supportive. Some doctors won't even say hello to you, but Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I might take him up on his offer.
What are they saying about him?
Oh yeah, they say he's a big flirt. Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt.
You.
One girl I knew, Linda, I heard they had an affair. Stupid girl.
Dirty
Well,
bugger.
she left, and I never saw her again. Now why do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her some money. I don't know how these things work, but it must have been enough to shut her up. I bet he'll be more careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally. Well, one thing. Maybe. Don't laugh, okay? He's got a weird smell.
What do you mean?
He smells funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad aftershave. Or maybe it's something he eats.
Oh, thanks for the warning. I'll try not to get too close to him.
Now that I think about it, there's something else too. I'll tell you this, Susan. He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me. Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my mother about. And we haven't even started those sessions yet. So, be prepared for that.
Sure, but it's a bit too late for me to hide how I feel now anyway. I think I made it very clear when I swallowed those pills.
Let's see if she saw the daughter.
Did you see this daughter of mine?
No, sorry, Susan. Apparently she came in the ambulance with you, but then she remembered something and had to go. I think someone mentioned she went in quite a hurry.
Of course she did. She was worried I'd ask her what she was doing in my flat.
Saving your life?
Do I really have to give her a benefit of the doubt just because of that?
One would assume so. That girl is a hero. Maybe real heroes always leave before their identity is revealed.
Or she was a burglar, attempting to steal from me.
100%.
That's a possibility too. Have you got anything very precious in your flat?
She's a cat thief.
Maybe.
Oh, is there more stuff about the doctor? Let's have a look.
Tell me more about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zellman, but everyone just calls him Dr. X. He comes on the ward often, usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally
This is
really
just
like
the same
him,
blurb as before.
but I don't know what. All I know is
Skip
he's
this?
been very friendly, and but Dr. X usually stops and asks. He actually offered me some free.
What are they saying about?
Oh yeah, they
God.
say nurses. One girl, stupid.
We don't need to
Well,
hear this.
Now why Dr. X? I don't know, but it must. I bet you.
There we go.
But I can't really. He's got a weird smell.
What?
He smells.
Oh,
Now that I'll tell you, he starts
probably
talking.
dead.
I don't exactly really, and we haven't. So
sure. I think I...
Okay, we don't need to hear about Dr. X anymore. How long have I been here?
How long have I been here?
I was told you arrived at the hospital at 7 in the evening. You had a cardiac arrest in the ambulance. They had to resuscitate you. Your heart stopped beating for nearly a minute, but they managed to bring you back. You went to the intensive care unit, where they gave you a dose of antidote and pumped your stomach. As soon as your condition was stable, they brought you on this ward. It's called Dime Ward. I call it Die Ward, because all the patients who come here want to
This
die.
man, what told you that was a smart
It's
thing
a
to say to
suicide
somebody
watch
that
unit.
was trying to commit
That's why
suicide?
it's so strict. You have to be careful. Nurses here are trigger happy with the sedatives.
Great. Well, you better help me escape, Liz, because you've been chitty-chatting for ages, even though that clock on the wall hasn't moved. Right,
I'm tired.
bugger off now.
Let me sleep now.
Fine. I'll see you again.
Go
Be
on,
careful
naff
who you
off.
trust here, Susan. They will be watching you.
How do I know you're not one of them?
You don't. But do I really look like a bad person to you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
But you do sound like the bird from Gavin
I'll
and
see you
Stacey.
tonight. Remember what I said. Dreams are just dreams.
Not if I've escaped first.
But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up. Right?
Go on, piss off, Liz.
We'll start with a little chat about your childhood. I want you to be as honest as possible. It's important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan.
Oh, I'm not cool talking to this guy. I mean, look at that picture above my head. It looks like the dead person's head is having its skin pulled forward. In fact, no. If you look really closely, you can actually see the brain is exposed and the skin of the skull has been pulled back. So, what the fuck, man? Who has this just hanging around in their office and then goes, oh, tell me about your childhood, young Susan. I suppose I can't get up. I'm going to have to talk to him. Maybe if I just keep waiting. I don't know.
This isn't all about whether you're nuts or not, like we said before. It's about finding what has caused how you're feeling now and creating a working solution. In order to achieve that, I need to get to know you better. Can we talk about your childhood first? Your parents. When you're a child, your life revolves around them. What was your father like? Did you have a good relationship with him?
Now this is quite interesting because obviously the subject matter of this game is depression, and we know that something quite sinister has happened in Susan's past. But I've got to be honest, I'm not a great subscriber to the belief that every reason for trauma in current life is due to a poor upbringing or a bad upbringing. I think that often these things can be very reactionary, so I'm going to see what happens if I give Susan quite a positive backstory.
Yeah, I had a great dad.
Whoa.
I have very fond memories of my father.
You were
He was
a creepy
always
kid.
there for me, no matter what I did. He never got angry or upset. I suppose I never really gave him any reasons to be. I was a good child. Not perfect. But then again, no one's perfect. Whatever made me try to kill myself, it definitely has nothing to do with him.
Where is he now?
Or the fact
He
you look like
died 6
Coralie.
years ago. Cancer.
Do you miss him?
Of course I miss him. How can you even ask me that?
It's my job to ask these questions, Susan. Let's talk about your mother now.
No.
What was she like?
Go away, you punk.
Would you care to tell me about her?
Is there an option that says fuck you? No. In which case, my mum was lovely. You leave my mum out of
I
this.
can't complain. My mum was great. She brought me up well. Me and her, we were like best friends, like soulmates. We did everything together. She passed away 7 years ago. When Dad first got diagnosed with cancer, it was too much for her. He kept pretending he was fine, but she just couldn't take it. Her heart gave up. She died quickly. My father kept fighting it. Another 8 months of illness and intensive chemo finally beat him, though. He thought he was unbeatable, but he wasn't.
Doc, you are not helping.
Okay, I'm beginning to get a better picture. That's enough about your parents for now. Let's take 2 minutes, and we will talk about something else.
Yeah. Let's talk about the fact you got nothing on your fucking desk.
I need to get out of this place. I hate hospitals. Besides, I really want to go home and forget all about this.
First sensible thing you've said all evening, Susan. Right, folks, well, I'm going to wrap this up here because I think we're now getting to a point, finally, where I'll be controlling Susan. A bit less dialogue, hopefully. I appreciate this episode's been quite dialogue heavy and not a lot of my wonderful opinions. Thoughts so far, the plot's really starting to thicken. I'm very intrigued about what's going to happen, and I quite like this mixture we have where we're dipping in and out of Susan's psyche, her subconsciousness, and her waking life. Reminds me a bit of the film Scanner Darkly, if any of you guys have seen that, or Donnie Darko, I guess would be another good example. The atmosphere is very sinister. I think there's probably some more jump scares to be had, but until then, I've been Darkmarshal. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out, and see you all again soon. Cheers.